So you have a soffit. This is a complicated task for a paper hanger. First of all, right there, you want to cut it. And you want this part to underlap under this sheet. Very important. Now, how do you do a corner? Well, we don't want to waste a lot of material, right? So I brought my material 10 inches over to here. We needed to do that because we have this, you see? If I just install this piece and bring it down over here and do this piece and bring it down over here, I'm gonna have a white soffit void, right? So one of these has to give itself up to a 45. So we have to bring enough of the paper, in this case we did it here, we have to bring enough of this material over to here in order to produce this. See this? And now I'm going to bring my sheet over here and I'm going to crisscross it so that I can cut it down there on a 45. And that's how we're going to do it. Stay tuned. See, I have my second sheet up. This piece here has to fill in the gap right there. And so what we're going to do is right at this corner, we're going to cut that way. So this piece, when it flaps over, will overlap this 45. Very important. Okay. So now you can see the plan here. That soffit is now covered, and all I have to do is splice right through where they meet and do the rest of my soffit. Okay? It's very easy to make a mistake here and undercut this issue. Now I'm setting up my straight edge to do what's called a soffit miter cut. Now we don't have a matching pattern here, but just think about it for a moment. If we had a matching pattern, we would have to sacrifice in these types of situations, just like you do when you're hanging wallpaper in an arch. We have to sacrifice the pattern connection. In this case, you only have vertical lines on the wall covering, but nonetheless, when I show you the finished cut, you can see it, but since it's so sharp and so neat, it doesn't draw negative attention to the finished product. It's the only way we can do it. Okay, let's get back to the video. Now, with a really sharp blade and protecting your face, do your cut. So what you're seeing me doing is sharply cutting through. It's like doing a splice. I'm cutting through 2 layers. Now I'm just cleaning it up. I have to take my overlap off, which is what I just did, and now I have to get that underlap. After that, we're going to join the 2 pieces in its new seam. We made a seam here. We did a 45. I'm telling you, you can do this too. I have so many people writing into me that these videos have inspired them to do their own do-it-yourself wallpaper projects at home. And I'm so proud of all of you who have been able to tackle these projects by yourselves. I told you, anybody can do this. You might make a mistake here or there, but don't worry about it. So after cutting off this edge, we now have our splice, our 45. Now let's go over something that we've covered before in videos past. How to make nice, tight corners with commercial vinyl. Let's get to it. When you need a nice, tight corner fit, and you're working with good vinyl, give it a little heat. Don't leave it in any one place too long. Nice, just a little long. That's all we need. We're just looking to make this nice and sharp. See that? Nice and tight. So I do half moon swoops. I start here on an angle, swoop in, swoop in, swoop in. Look at that. Sharp enough? If not, on your project, add a little heat. This will take out wrinkles, this will take out creases, and this will give you a nice sharp edge for the duration of the installation. Nice. Nice. Look at that crease. Then you do the top. Don't overdo your fire. Look how nice. Half moons. You really move it into place when you do half moons. Look at that. Look at how sharp and beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous, right? Don't you just love it? I do. Tips and tricks for this type of material. You should have a table wide enough, at least 55 inches, to accommodate the wall covering if you're going to be gluing it by hand. You don't want to be putting creases in this material because you're going to have to use heat to get it out. And if you overdo the heat on this product, you're going to make shiny bald spots on the vinyl. It'll actually flatten out and you'll be able to see it. So you don't want to bend it unnecessarily. Secondly, you want to keep this product super clean as you're installing it because it has a lot of grooves. Those beautiful vertical lines are grooves and the glue will get stuck in there. So you got to keep this product nice and clean as you're using it. Thirdly, if you're not comfortable with using a torch, which many of you may not be, just get yourself a heat gun. And you'll be able to feel more confident by using the machine rather than the fire. Use a pencil on the back. never use a pen. The pen will definitely bleed through. You want to glue this product on the back, not the wall, and then you want to let it soak for at least 10 to 15 minutes while the glue is seeping into the backing.